DnD interrupts this program to inform you about the new radio drama, officially sanctioned by the immortal Emperor himself, Ghosts on a Train. Ghosts on a Train is all about the pride of Duskwall, and the courageous but eccentric line bulls that keep our railways safe. Let's hear from the bulls now. Andrew Anderson, badge name Dunville.
The best thing about being a line bull is definitely the train. Back at the orphanage, I shared my room with 20 people, and now I only share it with 3. Ooh, plus the food's way better. Plus there's a hot tub, and I swear that someday...
Yeah, we only have so much time. Adric, a.k.a. Drix, badge name Colburn.
Close calls, huh? That was a wild one, but, you know what cowboy never rodeos and tells.
Oh, that's unhelpful. Pippin Pip McKeel, badge name McKeel.
All I think is best about the train is the unintelligible mumblings of a drunkard.
Well, listen to Ghosts on a Train, the Ghost Line's actual play, releasing every other Thursday on a podcatcher near you.
Welcome back to We Never Learned the Rules in this, episode 11 of our D&D campaign. We are joined, as always, by Evan and Anna Johnson, who are playing...
Maureen.
Yeah, Moe. I was trying not to say Ronnie and Trixie.
Yeah.
Who are playing Anton and Moe. And, just say hi.
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 Who wants to say what happened last episode?
Anna's our note taker.
The chronicler.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, well, basically, we went to that island. It was an island, right?
Yes, Daminthis.
And when we got there, and the first inn we went to, definitely some pretty not great vibes there. Just treating Tana like really crappy. Because she, looks like a local, so we're sort of getting a feel for, we're not feeling very welcome necessarily. I mean, we're humans, so we're feeling okay, but that's not great for Tano. So we found somewhere else to go, and they're just pretty I don't know, what's a good word? Skeptical of us?
Suspicious.
Suspicious, that's the word I was looking for. So we're staying at a new place, and we start talking about how we're going to figure anything out because no one really seems to want to talk to us. And I then reveal to Tano and Moe that I am a changeling, and maybe I could make myself look like a local. But Tano has sort of this heartwarming thing, like maybe I should try to be honest with myself and everyone else. And so at the end of that episode, after Moe also feels the need to share his truth about how he is from a long line of towers, it's never been just one person, and he's been lying to me. His truth is that he has been the tower for like 4 weeks. And here I thought
But hey, you bought it though.
I mean, I did, yeah. Yeah, well, and you bought that I was just some human actor, so...
Yeah.
But the truth is, I haven't been in my true form since I was like 11, and I'm like 30. So there at the end of the episode, I go into my original form.
And without further ado, let's get started on episode 11. So, Anton, you have just transformed into your physical changeling self for what might be the first time in many, many years. Why don't you describe yourself to Moe and Tano?
Yeah, so I'm sort of surprised, or like wasn't really knowing what to expect myself. But what you see before you is a slim, a tall, slim changeling person who, I would say probably a little less, still obviously physically fit, but slimmer, less obviously muscular than Anton was. Like, remember Anton was like supposed to be just like this pretty boy in films,
So
right?
you've gone from like Chris Evans to, Chris Hemsworth to Liam Hemsworth in terms of buffness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll go, yeah.
That's an appropriate comparison, right?
Yeah, based on
You're
my
the
family
Hemsworth
dynamic.
that didn't make it, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. My hair is white and it's sort of in this, whereas Anton had like some long flowing hair, my hair is much shorter.
My question is, because this is like the first time you've changed into your actual persona in a long time,
Or non-persona.
Yes. Did you accidentally like create yourself with like the haircut you had when you were 11?
You've got a bowl cut?
Yeah, so that's a good point. It's not a bowl cut because I would not have had that even when I was 11. Thank you. I mean, keep in mind,
Your family would have had stylists and stuff.
yeah, my parents, are also movie stars, so they never would have allowed
Oh,
such
so
a thing.
you were like one of those fashion kids you see in like Old Navy ads?
Exactly. Yeah. But my hair is like, it does sort of look like that of an 11-year-old.
I'm just picturing Maddie B raps now.
Oh my gosh.
I'm kind of picturing like, oh God, I'm forgetting his name. He played Malcolm in the Middle. Freddie, not Prince Jr.
I don't know his actual name.
Oh my gosh.
Freddie.
Maddie B raps. Oh my God.
If you're listening, go out and look at Maddie B raps.
Yeah, no, that's kind
But
of,
don't listen to his music.
Right. Yeah. So I definitely, yeah, sort of like this Maddie B raps sort of thing going on.
kind of a boy band type thing.
Yeah.
Got fuckboy hair.
Yeah. I've got fuckboy
And
hair.
the sad thing is we're referring to a specific person.
Yeah. Yeah, look, my hair really screams fuck boy. And then, yeah, so, like most changelings, like my skin is very like light grayish. And yeah,
Frankie Muniz, that's his name.
There you
yes,
go. Good job.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. That's just sort of the vibe like my whole aesthetic gives off because again, I was
Like
11.
Zack and Cody or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Disney Channel of the early 2000s
Yeah.
is sort of what, yeah. In terms of like my facial structure and everything, I definitely, I could look like, someone could believe that I looked like a more feminine male or a more masculine female. Like my facial structure and everything is sort of like ambiguous there. But my hair definitely screams like 11-year-old boy from the early 2000s on Disney Channel. And I guess my eyes are, I don't know.
I hope someday
Kinda
someone
purple.
with artistic value draws like the Disney Channel drawing the the ears with the wand,
Yeah.
except it's a sim.
Yeah.
I hope so, because so far it seems like everyone's listening to the Cthulhu campaign.
Oh.
Yeah. Well,
Thank you to the few people who listen to this.
have your way with 11-year-old Sim. That came out wrong.
Let's cut that one.
I meant artistically. Oh God.
Oh, my
Please
God.
don't.
Just artistically. But yeah, that's sort of what I look like.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure your clothes are the same, right? You don't change your clothes when you change
How do
form.
your clothes kind of hang on you now that you've changed into your actual form?
That's a good question. I mean, a little looser.
Yeah.
I am like very similar in height because like, okay, I wasn't this tall when I was 11. Like overall,
Well,
like,
obviously,
I
but you're not
grew.
wearing the clothes of an 11-year-old.
Yeah, I'm wearing the clothes that I was wearing, but it is
mask
like
would be really weird.
yeah. So, but like, so I'm like the same height that Anton was. But yeah, since I am like less muscular,
So it's like
it
Liam
hangs on me a little
Hemsworth is cosplaying as his older brother and just going through his closet.
yes.
I'm sorry, we're really ragging on Liam. He seems like a fine boy.
Liam's all good. What? It's that third one that I don't even know.
So, Moe, what's kind of your reaction when you see Anton, change into this not completely foreign, but definitely different person?
It's like a little weird at first, but I'm super excited that Sim is able to do this. So I'm like, hell yeah. And I get all like geeked out and giddy.
Are you like almost being like overly enthusiastic about it, just to like, when people are sometimes like overly enthusiastic about something to like reverse any sort of chance that it might be perceived that they aren't accepting or something?
No, I don't think there's any of that. Moe grew up he loved books of heroes and stuff, and loves like these like cool abilities or whatever. So like him seeing this is like fucking dope as hell to him.
Gotcha. It's like a superpower.
100% genuine.
I really have to admit,
all the weird like farm boy mindsets that he has are like completely washed away by how cool he thinks this is.
I just more and more I'm seeing Moe as Aragon.
Aragon?
Yes.
Huh.
I don't know why.
This is not at all what I pictured.
Yeah, but he's very farm boy who accidentally becomes a hero.
Uh-huh. Well, yeah.
Oh, Aragon.
Not Aragorn.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, not Aragorn.
I don't know Aragon
right.
at all.
Okay,
yeah,
yes.
Christopher Pelloni, not J.R.R. Tolkien.
Yeah, no, I love Aragon.
There was
I've only
Aragon.
read the
Yes.
first and second book.
Same.
I know there's like 5 or 6, maybe.
No, there might be 4. It was originally supposed to be
I think
3.
there's 5.
I don't think so, man.
Anyway, yeah, so very much in the vein of the Luke Skywalker, Harry Potter hero's journey type story.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, far from that distraction, Tano comes up, and how do you want me to refer to you in this? Do you want to be Anton? Do you want to be Sim?
Let's do Sim from here on out. Unless I am in my
Anton form.
Thank you, Anton form.
All right. Tano comes up and kind of pats Sim's knee. I think you look very nice.
Oh,
It's nice to meet you.
thanks. Thanks, Tano.
And she smiles up at you.
I'm like still sort of like dealing with it myself. I'm like looking at my body like
that first scene in Spider-Man when he's like ripped and he's like in the mirror and he's like doing all the
yeah.
checking out his muscles.
Yeah, I'm definitely like.
And for any younger listeners, we are definitely talking the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man here.
Spider-Man 1, baby.
Sam Raimi of Army of Darkness fame.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and yeah, so I'm just sort of like, thanks, Tano. Yeah, this is weird. I imagine maybe my voice is slightly different, just ever so slightly.
Less, like deeper, higher. How are you picturing?
Probably a little bit higher. Just because, again, like, Anton was supposed to be this vision of like,
What would you like to do next?
Well, my hands make their way to my head and I feel my hair. So I run to the nearest mirror and I'm a little...
Since I doubt this room has a mirror, so I imagine you'd have to go searching through your bags for one.
Oh, okay. Then yes, that's what I do.
Yeah.
I feel it because I'm used to the long hair. Now I feel that it's short and I must know what it looks like. And when I see myself in the mirror, I feel like one of my victims of the shears. All those people I've been giving bad haircuts, I feel like it's caught up with me. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
Do you say that audibly?
Yes.
You okay? What?
Why are you guys all being so nice? Do you see my hair?
I've been like cutting my own hair on the farm for like my whole life. My mom has been cutting my hair
with the same shears that you used to on the sheep. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Probably.
Uh-huh. We're a modest family.
Yeah, they use those same shears to shear the sheep, cut the hair, and cut the meat.
Oh my God. Whoa.
They disinfect them in the fire first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but Your hair looks fine.
And Tano speaks up. Yeah, I think it looks quite nice. I feel like I've seen some people in Cyano pictures with that.
Yeah, from 20 years ago. Oh my gosh, I need to fix this. And I'm going to pull out the shears that I've been using.
And Tano holds up a hand.
I think...
Aren't you a changeling?
Yeah.
Can't you change your hair?
Oh yeah. I've had to, play it off for so long. Okay. And I stick them back in my bag and think for a second. And then my hair is going to transform into it's still short, but it's definitely more stylish, stylish of now.
Continuing on with our Chris Hemsworth analogy, is this first Thor movie meets third Thor movie, where it goes from L'Oreal to Men's Health?
L'Oreal.
Yeah, you're talking about Chris Hemsworth in...
As Thor in the MCU,
yeah. Or Ragnarok or something.
Thor Ragnarok is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So going from long-haired Thor to short-haired Thor?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, but in this case, it was long-haired Thor as Anton to Maddie B-Raps when I first changed to now
Well, now I need to
Ragnarok.
see if they're... My God, we're getting so off
Thor.
topic. You see, it was just that easy. I think it looks nice.
Thanks. Yeah, no, this is much better. Man, I can't believe you guys let me stand here for 2 minutes with that haircut. I'm embarrassed.
I'm touching my hair.
Yeah, your Tano kind of doesn't even really have hair. And she just shrugs okay.
I see Moe touching his hair. I'm like, oh, but no, you look fine, bro. But I mean, if you ever wanted a makeover, I'd be happy to oblige. And I pat my bag where I had just put my shears away.
I'm pretty good with I wear a helmet a lot, so I think
that's a great fashion choice.
The helmet. Hair.
I mean, sorry.
I wouldn't want to ruin your hard work with a helmet,
Sure.
Yeah.
I just generally like to keep my fur pretty short, so it's not that much maintenance.
No, Tano, you look great. Sleek, chic.
Real nice coat.
It's the conditioner.
What kind do you use?
L'Oreal.
I might have to look into that.
Yeah, you get it at I was trying to think of a veterinarian pun.
I was thinking of
the Hoof and Saddle Supply Store.
What would be the D&D version of Bed Bath & Beyond?
Right. Bed, Bath, and D&D Beyond.
That was
Please
bad.
sponsor
That was
us.
really bad.
You should feel bad.
I do. I feel really bad.
Okay, so after we've waffled for about 20 minutes, you've changed and you feel okay.
Yeah, how you doing? I don't mean to put pressure on you, but I think there's a pretty strict time limit on when shit's about to hit the fan. So you're good, right?
Yeah, how fast is that thing? How long is it going to take till it gets here?
I have no idea.
I'm a historian, not a mathematician, so I don't know.
I'm pretty good with math, but I'm not so good with geography, so I don't know how fast it's moving or how far
fast
away
can
we
it
are.
move? How tall was it?
I didn't even really see it. I kind of got knocked out. Anton, Sim.
I imagine both Moe and Tano look at you.
And then I'm just like, buddy, you can call me Sim now.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it was really tall,
20 feet, 40. I mean, it looked, are we talking hundreds?
Well, my sense of visual space maybe isn't the best. How tall was it?
In actuality, it was...
When you're on the ground level and you look at a 100-story skyscraper versus a 50-foot or 50-story skyscraper, can you really tell the difference?
Maybe between 50 and 100, but...
It was very close to the size of if the Empire State Building had been lying down and stood up.
That's what I thought.
Okay.
Yeah, it was big.
We'll see. And I wouldn't have the Empire State Building. So what would I compare it to in this world?
It's like about the size of a mountain. A small mountain, but
Yeah.
mountain.
Yeah, like a hill thing, but like, yeah. So, okay. Well, you guys, if you've ever been to the mountains, which we actually filmed a lot of Owlbear 3, the Reckoning.
Owlbear Attack 3.
Owlbear Attack 3. We shot on site a lot, actually, in a forest in the mountains. And, you know, some of those foothills were pretty tall. Like, it was sort of like a mountain was just sort of like walking.
Yeah.
So it's really tall. Its stride is really big. But I mean, it's probably really heavy. I have no idea how fast it could go.
Well, water makes things lighter, but it also it could be here any moment, I think. So what's our plan?
Well, Sim, you were going to hopefully, you know, maybe get some information from the locals about. I don't like.
I mean, we got to try to find that what we were looking for. That room, like a room that was similar to the one that we were in back in Freyhost. But there's like no mountains here, right? That was the thing. It looked like it was in a mountain, but we can't see any.
This island's pretty flat.
So, yeah, don't really know what the deal is there. I mean, yeah,
it's like an underwater mountain, maybe.
Maybe could be. I don't know.
But how would we even get there if that's...
I don't know. What are we going to do? Like, what plan could we do? We can't take on that.
Well, yeah, it's okay. So the cult made it seem like they were going to, like, this god giant, you know, mountain thing. It's going to wake up the other. I was hoping if we were there, we could like shut it down somehow. If we found out where it was, we could find a way to prevent it. But I don't know how unless we're there, you know.
In that room, yeah. And even then we wouldn't necessarily know what to do. I don't know. This is kind of all a lot right now. Ooh.
That's all I got. I don't know. Like, let's just talk to some locals and try to figure out where there might be like, if about any like legends or myths or whatever about this mountain or secret areas, you know.
It's not the worst idea.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I hate to say it too, but they don't really take, you know, they don't seem to like me very much. I kind of have a suspicious look about me.
Yeah, human.
Yeah, I'm human.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I'm afraid I'm going to have to, I mean, I could tower up.
Tower up.
Going with our 90s cartoon theme.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
I love that. Tower up?
And then then they wouldn't know that I was human per se.
Well, I mean, you're kind of intimidating as the tower, though.
That's a good
Which
point.
would it be better?
Maybe I'll just hang back and I'll work. I have some things, big ideas that I want to work on, just some tinkering. This is me leveling up. Explaining all this shit.
You mean towering up?
Towering up, yeah, sorry. And then you guys can go talk to them.
Okay.
Just, I would, like, big things is, like, also if they know of, like, a doctor to help us remove this fucking curse or something, maybe. I'm not too thrilled about this badge.
I mean, I've never heard of it ever being removed, but also I've never heard of anyone unwilling taking the martial badge before.
We don't need a doctor. I removed mine, and I like...
Did you?
I did, right?
I mean, you pulled it out of your skin, but it's not gone.
Yeah, well... Yeah, it's no longer attached to me, but I'm also not going to throw it away again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not on my body. Oh, that's what you meant by remove, right? I forgot yours isn't attached to your body the way it attached to me.
Not like physically remove, but like get rid of the curse or, I don't know, it's a curse, whatever, this bond.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, we can definitely do that. I guess you need to lay low. One of us has to send a postcard to Evelyn just so she knows where we are.
I guess I'll go over to the bad side of town, which I'm referring to as actually the gentrified side of town.
to send it, yeah.
To find a postcard.
And and a place to mail it from. Okay.
Uh-huh.
And while you do that, we'll stay over here and try to get some information.
Okay, so, and Moe, as you head back towards the, I'm trying to think of a good word for this. As you head into the colonized side of town.
Gentrification is just colonization, right?
Yes, but this is more literal.
No, I know. I couldn't think of a word either.
So, Sim, you, as Moe heads out of the tavern, what would you like to do?
All right.
It's you and Tano.
Yeah. All right, Tano. So I'm a little bit nervous. Like this is for the first time in a long time.
I was gonna make that.
For the first time in forever.
Is that Frozen?
That's Frozen. But for the first time in a long time, isn't that Cabaret?
I haven't seen Cabaret.
I haven't either, but
I don't know.
we just saw like a song of it in Schitt's Creek. So, anyways, for the first time in a long time, I'm not acting, which is sort of weird because now I don't know how to act. I'm also feeling a little insecure. So I just want to thank you for being here for me.
Of course.
But all right, well, here goes nothing. I think we should start with the front desk lady again. You know,
I think she owns the tavern.
Okay, the front the owner then, yeah, and just see how that goes.
I'm following you.
All right, here goes nothing, and I'm gonna walk through the door.
Yep. And it's only been a few minutes since you last saw her, so everyone's pretty much in the same position. There's still a few Goliaths sitting a table over or so, and Kuali is at the bar.
And walk up. Kuali?
Hello. She looks up at you, and she's a little friendlier than when you last saw her. There's not such a look of suspicion in her eyes. She looks down and recognizes Tano, but Did you come in with that other group? I didn't see you before.
I did. If you remember that dashing actor from before.
I think she's gonna roll insight. Oh, the human.
Yes. Yeah. That was me. Well, that was me, but this is also me. And
I don't follow.
In a lot of ways, this is more me. I am a changeling.
History check.
I was like, roll to know if changeling exists.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with. I guess I haven't heard of a changeling before. She just kind of shrugs apologetically.
Basically, what you need to know is that this is my true form. This is who I actually am. And the human you saw before you is just sort of, was also me. I wasn't pretending to be that person. It's just a different form of me that I have been, a persona I've been taking on for a while. And I just thought that I should, since we're coming to you for help, I thought maybe I should be honest about myself. So,
well, thank you. It's nice to know that you're not a Northcote, I guess. They would never hire a changeling, I suppose.
No, I don't think they would.
Yes, is the room to your liking then?
Oh yes. The room is quite nice. Thank you. We appreciate it.
Glad to hear it. She's just kind of awkwardly cleaning a mug of some sort.
So we were wondering if there was anything more you could maybe share with us about, what's going on here and everything. We're sort of looking for something that might be in like mountains, but there don't appear to be any mountains on this island.
She kind of looks at you and Tano. Roll persuasion.
So that is going to be, you said persuasion?
Yes.
It's 20, not nat.
So she looks at you. What was the question you were asking?
If you have any idea of where we might find like mountain-like formations on this island?
You've asked that before, but you should talk to Yautan.
Who's Yautan?
He's one of the leaders here on Rysal.
Rysal?
Yes, this island.
Oh. Are we not on Daminthis?
It's what the Northcotes call it.
Oh. Rysal, okay. Wow, we had no idea. I'm sorry.
Yautan is kind of the keeper of the legends around here. He may be able to help you more.
Oh, thank you so much. That is so helpful. Where might we find Yautan?
She looks over at one of the Goliaths and gives a nod, and he stands up and walks out of the bar. He'll be here shortly. Can I get you anything while you wait?
Yeah, that'd be great. Just an ale?
One for me too, Tano speaks up. 2 ales, all right. And as she goes to pour you ales, we're going to jump over to you, Moe.
Okay.
As you head into the city that you had just left, what are you looking to do?
I am going to... Do postcards exist? Like touristy, like...
Not like postcards, but there is like messaging services that can use magic to send short notes to whoever you need to.
Like an owl system? I'm just kidding.
Not an owl system, but there are some like first level magicians who know message and stuff like that.
Can you at all like include a visual in any sort of capacity?
It costs extra.
I'm broke.
You have some of the money, don't you? Or did you not take any of the money?
Good question.
Oh.
I think I probably kept it with...
Or did Sim keep all the money?
I'm trying to remember how much there was initially. Let's see, I've got like 73 gold.
I have 1 silver and 1 copper.
Okay.
Okay, I think I kept it all.
Yes, that seems to be the case.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll go. I want to go try find a messaging.
Yeah, you find one pretty close to where the teleportation circle is.
Okay.
Was.
So yeah, I'll approach the person and just say like, I'd like to send a message.
Yeah, you find a small little office building that says communique and in like fancy gold gilded lettering on a wooden sign. And you step inside, and it's kind of a small office with a few clerks working, and they look up to greet you. Hello?
Hi, good sir.
Yes, how can we help you?
I'd like to send a message to a friend of mine at the... Oh, man, what was it called, that university?
The Nemeth University.
The Nemeth University.
I almost responded with the voice. The Nemeth University!
Yeah, so I'd like to send a message to a friend there.
Of course. Who are you sending the message to?
Her name is Evelyn Fisk.
And Evelyn Fisk at which university?
Nemeth.
The Nemeth University. That's in Freyhost?
Exactly, yep.
All right, what do you want the message to say?
That we are here on Daminthis Island.
We are here on Daminthis Island if you need to contact me.
I will check back daily for notes or
I
a reply.
will check back daily for notes.
Can I, for a reply instead
for
of
a reply.
No,
and you're out of letters.
Okay. Can I rewind a little bit?
Okay.
And like I'm starting to like panic, like this is a test or something. We are at Daminthis Island. I will check back here daily. For messages. Love,
Moe. Anything else?
That's all, good sir.
All right. And he casts a spell and sends the magic on its way.
Okay.
That will be 1 copper, please.
Okay. I'll flip him the copper.
Thank you. And who should we be expecting a message back for?
Moe.
Moe.
Moe Baptiste.
Moe Baptiste.
I almost forgot my own last name.
All right. Well, we shall see you again, good sir.
All right. I'll see you tomorrow, maybe.
Maybe.
All right.
I'll
what
check
would you
back
like?
daily. I'll see you tomorrow, maybe.
And what would you like to do now?
All right, and then I'm just gonna go back to our room and kind of set up my little like desk, and like just start tinkering on some fun little new things.
Yeah, as you pass Sim and Tano sitting at the bar, you see an older Goliath walk inside as you pass by, and Sim, we're back to you. Kawali, seeing this older Goliath walk in, kind of gives a gesture towards the two of you, and he makes his way over and sits next to you. I heard you two wanted to speak to me.
Yes. You must be Yauton.
That's me. Who wants to know?
My name is Sim.
He nods.
And this is my colleague and friend Tano.
Hello. It's nice to meet the two of you.
It's nice to meet you too. Thank you so much for speaking with us. Do you want an ale?
Yes, please.
And I'm gonna like wave to get.
And Kawali sets one in front of him.
Great. So we were on Freyhost just yesterday, and I don't know if you've heard about all the craziness there, but there was this sort of monster that some call a god rose. I mean, I'm talking the size of a mountain. Just rose up out of the ground and set off into the ocean, and I think it's headed here. It's a long story, but we found a place where we were able to see sort of where it's figure out sort of where it's going, and we think it's headed here. And if it comes here, I think it could be really bad for all of you. And I think that it's going to try to awaken others of its kind. So, all that being said, we're trying to find maybe a place, a room, something. We think it's supposed to be in a mountain, but there don't appear to be any mountains on this island.
Roll perception check.
That's a nat 20.
You see when you say the word mountain, he does react just ever so slightly. Some sort of... Do you know of any sort of mountains or mountain-like formations? He looks at you and he studies you really intensely, like very intensely, to the point you kind of start to shift a little under his gaze.
Yeah, I'm definitely sort of like my hand like sort of goes up to my hair because I start to think that maybe I didn't.
You like start picking at your teeth.
Yeah. A lot of it's like.
Do I have a leaf in my tooth? Or
yeah, I'm sort of like picking, and like pulling at my hair a little bit, like. Oh gosh, is it still terrible? Did I not totally fix it? Do I still look like Maddie B. Raps, you know?
In your head, you're like, I can't trust Moe to tell me if it looks good.
Yeah, right?
He seems to come to some conclusion looking at you. You're not quite sure what it is, but he nods, settles in, takes a big drink from his ale. There's only one mountain range that I am aware of. Do you know the creation story of our people?
I don't, actually, but I'd love to learn.
Our legends, they speak of the goddess of life and death, Todalon, and the creation of the world. In short, she was stabbed by her husband, Achelon. But she refused to die, and in retaliation she destroyed him, but fell into the dark oceans of the world beneath her. And her lifeblood seeped into the water, and from it all life sprung from her life-giving gift. and she grows a great mountain range to lift herself from the oceans, to save herself from drowning, and she made her home in those mountains. And with it, a mighty temple to protect the worthy from all the danger in the world. A mighty army rose up to tear the temple apart, an army of all the evil and all the wickedness in the world, and they came to kill Todalon and tear the temple to pieces. But she laughed at them from the walls of her mighty temple and sunk the mountains beneath the sea, and the magics that she imbued her temple with protected it from the mighty waves and all those who lived within. But the great army drowned before Todalon's might, and to this day she lives beneath the waves.
Called it.
Wow, okay.
Those are the only mountains I'm aware of.
Do you know how we might get to them?
He gives you another long look.
Once again, just like trying to smooth my hair, like looking at Tano with like, oh God, like, do I look like a fool? Why didn't you tell me?
There have long been rumors that the caves that wind under our island may lead to the temple, but I am not quite prepared to just give you directions to where they're supposed to go.
No, that totally makes sense. I mean, you just met us. I totally understand. Is there anything we could do to prove we're legit?
What are you willing to do?
Oh boy. I mean, pretty much anything. I'll try anything
Wink.
once.
I'm just kidding.
And Yautan looks at Kuali. Are they trustworthy? And Kuali looks at you guys. They could be. I don't think it could hurt to ask. He gives you another, like the third long look. This guy's giving a lot of long searching looks, like he's weighing something in his mind.
How does Tana react to these long looks?
She her ears fold back and she kind of ducks a little, not nervously, but she's not used to being studied so intently. Mm-hmm. She's on your other side from him, so she's kind of using you to shield herself from him.
What, the Goliath is like 7-8 feet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's like 3.
Yeah.
Yautan makes up his mind. Have you heard about our prince?
Yeah. He's been taken prisoner by these Northcote soldiers?
That is correct. He was being rebellious and seditious, in their words.
Yeah, no, that sounds awful. And those Northcote guys, they really don't seem very nice at all.
No.
You know, we were on the other side of town and really just did not feel comfortable. So I can't imagine how it's been.
It's been 100 years of their occupation, and we are going to free our prince and try to throw them off the island, and we need a distraction.
Okay, yeah. We could totally help with that, right, Tano? Yeah, she is down for it, and we have another member of our group who, he can like make really cool things. He would really be happy to help too. He is a human, but he's not a bad human.
Yautan doesn't really react to that.
Do you want me to go grab him, maybe, or?
It wouldn't be the worst idea.
Okay. 1 second, and I'm gonna get up and like walk briskly down the hall to where our door is, and
Moe, the door opens, and what are you up to?
I am like, I've got like goggles on, like the welder's goggles, and I've got like this little gadget torch, and I'm just like searing a piece of my or like, welding my suit back together after like I've made some modifications in this like 5 minutes or whatever.
Time is fluid.
Yeah.
And Sam, you step in.
Hey, Moe. Whoa, what are you doing in here? What is going on?
And I flip up like no, not goggles. It's like a whole
Welding
deal. Yeah, and I flip it up. I'm like, just working. How's it going?
Did you get the postcard sent?
Uh-huh.
Okay. I saw you walk in past us, but okay. Well, cool. Can you put this on hold because I need you to come join our little meeting. We're talking with a leader here on the island, and I think there might be a way for us to prove ourselves worthy and trustworthy and whatnot to him. But like he wants to meet you, and you are like a human.
Yeah.
And so I like you really need to put on your best self. You know what I mean? Like like really just be the best human you can be.
Yeah, I think that's what I've been trying to do this whole time.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm not saying that
We've been practicing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't been saying like no, you're cool. I'm just saying like just like, he is a leader, like just be respectful and everything. Not that you aren't usually, but like sometimes you're a little rough around the edges. I don't know. Sometimes you're a little awkward. Like just try to be less awkward. Okay, great. And I'm going to like grab you by the arm and start pulling you out. I don't want to make him wait, That's rude too.
Yeah. Okay. So as you pull me, I'm like all jumbled, like I'm kind of like greasy and like have, like black marks all over me. I'm just like trying to like slick my hair back to look better, like all disheveled, and you just made me very nervous.
Yeah. Just try to be less awkward.
Yeah.
So as we walk up, Yaotan, this is our friend and colleague, Moe.
And I stick my hand out and it's like covered in grease. And I'm like, oh no. And I just like wipe it on my shirt.
Before you can wipe it, his hand just engulfs yours and just shakes it, uncaring of the grease.
Okay. And I'm like
it's kind of like, in terms of size, it's like a small toddler just getting their hand shaken by an adult. But as you're a full-sized human and he's a full-sized Goliath, it's
I'm like, oh, great to meet you.
Like you could just palm your entire head.
Yeah. Great to meet you. I'm so honored to be in your presence.
And I just like look and like nod and like, yeah, good.
He doesn't say anything but kind of gestures the three of you to take a seat at a nearby table.
Okay.
And the Goliaths are kind of all sitting around. And there's a few other races, some fire and water Ganassi, who are also kind of making up the patrons of the room. Mm-hmm. They're very carefully not looking at your table.
Yeah. Not
in like a angry way, but in a... Yeah, if you've ever seen those movies where like Sherlock goes... Have you seen the second Sherlock, Robert Downey Jr. movie?
Mm-mm.
There's a moment where he's sitting in the room with, I don't remember who. It's either Moriarty or the like chick that he's infatuated with.
Mm-hmm.
But she's like bought off the entire restaurant, and she just has them all get up and leave.
Okay.
At one point, and like they're all just working for her. It's obviously one of those situations where these are all...
Yeah.
They all know who Yaotan is. Like, he has clout.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you all sit at the table, and I hear that you're potentially willing to be a distraction for us, he says to you, Moe.
Distraction, yeah.
Yeah, I just grabbed him. I haven't actually explained anything to him yet, but...
It might be best if you do so now.
So remember about their prince being imprisoned and all of that? So they want to... And I'm like, I obviously... Like, I don't necessarily know. Like, I recognize people aren't looking, but I still don't want to be sketchy. So I'm like going to bring my volume down and be like... They're planning to save him, and they need a distraction. And I thought, who better than us? Who better than you, right, Moe?
Absolutely, yeah. I can help with that for sure. Yeah, or my friend can. And I wink at you.
Yeah.
No, I can help.
Stop being weird.
I'm glad to hear it.
What did you have in mind?
We need as many Northcote soldiers out of the city as possible. And the best way for that to happen is if there is an attack on the commandery up north.
Okay.
Roll history checks, the two of you.
This is getting messy, I think.
Plot-wise, or...
Just like... We'll talk about it in character later.
Okay.
I got a nat 20.
Nat 20? So you do know what a commandery is. What did you get?
13.
13. So the Knights of the Mother have what are called commanderies in various places around the world. They are fortresses and strongholds and places where they keep a bulk of their army and create wealth through land ownership and stuff like that. And it's allowed them to be an extremely powerful organization. And because of their attachment to the church and the church to the nobles of Silvaris, they have certain treaties in place that often require them to come to the aid of the other. So if the nobles get attacked, you'll often find the Knights of the Mother coming to their aid and vice versa.
And at the commanders, you said that's the Knight of the Mothers that are there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep, it is the Daminthis commandery, owned and ruled by the Knights of the Mother.
So the idea then is if we were to attack that commandery...
Or provide a big enough distraction or some other thing there that would require Northcote soldiers to come to their aid.
They wouldn't be at their normal posts.
Correct.
Gotcha.
And we can make our attack happen in the city and spring the prince and cause as much chaos as possible.
Okay, so if we do this for you, then you will help us.
If you do this for us, then you will have proven that you're trustworthy, and we'll show you to the caves and give you a guide to as far as we've gone.
Okay.
So, what do you mean as far as you've gone?
The caves go deep, and we have only determined how safe some of them are near the surface.
Okay.
To delve deep is dangerous.
That's my middle name.
Maureen Danger Baptiste.
As I laugh nervously saying that. Because I'm like, what the fuck are we getting ourselves into?
As you look over, you see Tano blushing a little at you. Nerds.
Nerds, yeah.
Nerds falling in love.
Okay, and I see that, and I get a little red cheek too. I'm like, okay, wait, no. So, where is this place exactly? Is it on?
One of the Goliaths at the table next to you stands up and pulls out a map from his belt and lays it on the table before you.
I'm like, oh, hi.
Yotan doesn't react, but unfurls the map, and you can see it's of Rizal, the island you're on, and it's all hand drawn. This is something that they've apparently gone under great lengths to create. And you see the city, kind of the offshoot of the kind of local town nearby where you are now, and up in the north side of the map in the forest there is what appears to be a fortress drawn out there.
Okay. Sweet. Okay, so when do you want this to happen? What's the day? What time?
As soon as possible.
I agree with that because, as I mentioned before, there's a really big something headed this way that might awake another really big something, and I think it's going to be really bad for all of us. So
I have no. Just you look at Yotan and you can tell he's not really buying or really understanding what you're saying. Yeah, and you get the sense that he hasn't heard any of the news from Freyhost.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, so let's...
What time is it again?
We need a plan.
It's still roughly noon.
Okay.
Or maybe 1 or 2.
So how long would it take for us to get there from here?
It's not a gigantic island. Maybe about an hour.
Okay. And your people are all in place? You can get them in place in an hour?
We can move instantly if we need to.
Okay.
We have people everywhere.
On your end, with saving the prince, would night, like after nightfall, be better, or would you prefer the light of day?
As soon as possible would be our preference.
Okay, well, we are going to need to come up with a plan, but as soon as that's happened, as soon as we have a plan, we can definitely mobilize.
Then go plan, and when you're done, he nods at the Goliath who laid down the map. Tell him and we will begin.
Sounds great, and I'm gonna just drink the last of my ale, sort of with a bit more force, sort of finality. I'm gonna bang it sort of on the table, all right, here we go. And I'm going to get up and head back towards the room.
Yeah, and Yautan and the rest of the people in the room, other than that one Goliath, leave.
Are you
Okay, yeah, I'm coming with you, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Tano follows at your side.
Mm-hmm.
So once we're in the room and the door's closed, all right.
Okay, guys, this is fucked. So for one, this seems pretty dangerous, right? We need a plan to sabotage something in there. Maybe we can sneak in and sabotage the place somehow, or because the thing is, I don't know with these badges, what kind of acts we'll be able to do. I don't know how this works, but
you mean
actually,
do you think if it might physically stop us from doing something?
I have no idea, or pain or something.
And Tano shakes her head. The martial badges, there's not a lot known about them, and anything could happen, really.
So, okay, yeah, we gotta
do something, though. I mean, I know that, this is just deterring or, detracting from, our main goal here, but I think it is now part of the main goal, right? This is how we get information. This is how we prove ourselves.
No, I know. I agree. We have to do this. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
How do you want to approach it? Are we just going to attack it? Or I made this cool little thing and I pull out, this is my new infusion, a homunculus. And it's a little, owl looking metal guy of tiny size. It's I can kind of send him forward to kind of scout the area.
I think that would be useful, because there is 3 of us, and I guess we could have asked if we could get any other people with us. I mean, I assume they probably need as many people as possible to save the prince, but I mean, yeah.
This is about us proving ourselves, not
True.
someone there to hold us accountable or whatever.
Why don't you send that guy and see, so that we can see what we can figure out about the lay of everything.
Well, we should
layout of everything. But
yeah.
I do think that our goal here, or our angle here, is really going to be making them think that there is more of us, or there are more of us, and using actual force. Because and I just sort of look at the 3 of us
an actor, a guy who's been a knight for a week, and a mouse.
Yep.
Right? Yeah.
It's
who's a historian.
Unlikely crew.
A very nearsighted historian.
I think if we can go ahead and scout and see if there's I don't know, it's a big compound, right? Is what it sounds like. If there's a fuel source, we can get my homunculus to bring in a little a match or something, and try to blow that up, or I don't know, or at least inform us so we can try to get there ourselves and
That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, we just need to fuck the place up somehow from further away.
Yeah. Okay.
I imagine explosion, but, I'll work with what we got.
You always imagine explosions, don't you, Moe? But you know what? I think you...
I want to walk away from it as it's happening, though, and, not even address it.
I think this is one of the times when your suggestion to blow something up is a good idea.
And that way, if there is some restriction on us attacking actual guards, then we're not actually attacking a guard.
True.
Yeah.
Okay. Send your... What's his name? Its name.
Throwback. I'm going to name it Keela again. That's my old character's familiar.
All right.
He's going to Keela these motherfuckers. Just kidding.
God damn it. Okay. Well, send Keela and we can just keep brainstorming here.
Okay.
Does it have a range?
Yeah, let me look. We might let's just head there too. We'll find a perch, right?
Yeah, I guess we could do that. How are we going to... Because we're going to head there, but we need a way to tell them when the distraction's about to happen.
Did we say we were going to do that?
Yeah, they have to know when to save the guy. The distraction has to be happening.
Okay.
Tenno speaks up. Well, presumably they'd know the time is upon them when the soldiers start leaving the city.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm figuring out the range. Let's just go there together and then...
Okay.
So as we're leaving, I'll mention to the Goliath that we were told to be we're headed out that way. We're still we need to do a bit of scouting to figure out exactly what we're going to do, but it will be soon. So make sure your men are ready and just, wait for the obvious sign.
He nods and leaves. And that's where we're going to end for tonight. Thank you so much for listening to this, our 11th episode in our D&D campaign. It would be amazing if you could give us a rating and a review. Maybe mention us to some of your friends. And thank you so much. We'll see you next time.